was 20 years with Blue Funnels. I've been a member of the association for about a couple of 2 or 3 years now. And I live in Martinus Park now over in Wallasey, so there's a few of us come over each month. It's a lost world now. We're just talking now about 64 years ago when we sailed on the Telemachus, and we sailed in February 1950, and we were away for 14 months.
It's supposed to have been a 2 to 3 month voyage, you know. We finished up going to Australia and Singapore, backwards and forwards. But it was a bit of a shock, actually, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a shock.
It was supposed to be a short trip, you know. And so the boss told me anyway.
Yes. It was Shanghai, then the Singapore Australian one. I think we did 2 trips before we saw home again.
Carried the elephants. We had an elephant. We used to take it for walks around the deck.
Yeah.
Had a few animals, didn't we? Had a bear. We had a little bear. We used to feed it.
That was the trip we carried racehorses out to Singapore. We carried 2 racehorses out to Singapore, and then there was a circus owner was up in Malaya looking for animals, and he had a baby. He brought a baby elephant and a honey bear. And the apprentices, I was one of the apprentices. We had the job of feeding and watering them.
I started off engineer steward, I finished up captain steward. Rapid promotion. He was a bit of a tartar, the captain, wasn't he? Terrible man he was. I managed to get on with him all right, but nobody else did.
No, my last ship was 150,000 tons, and I had a crew of 23. Changed days. We used to have as much time in port as we had at sea in those days. And the last 2 or 3 years I was at sea, we were lucky if you got 10 days in port and a 6-month voyage.
Some ports in Australia were weeks when there was strikes.
Oh, yes. Nothing about 10 days in Sydney. Yeah. 10 days in Melbourne. I short every night.
I paid off in debt on them for it.
We always paid off in debt.
Yeah. I had to go back to work right away.
I mean, we all had hobbies in those days. You played darts, dominoes, cards. I mean, it was an entirely different way of life because there was no television. You didn't hear from home for the first month. I mean, and that's what you were looking.
The mail had to be sent out, to different places. Remember, we got mail off the HMS Telemachus, the submarine. We got by mistake. Got a bag of mail from a warship. They must have got ours.
Because we were in port quite a long time on those ships. I mean, you had more off-duty time, so you made more friendships, and that. I mean, you had time. You organised football. I mean, each ship, if it was anything, you had a football team, and you played. You got to Singapore, and the mission to seamen was always keen to organise football matches.
It was all about 3 or 4 blue funnel boats in Singapore. We used to play each other, We were quite busy. Singapore was busy in those days.
My son got it off the internet for me, but in actual fact, people don't realise just how big a company Blue Funnel was. There's a photograph, and Singapore in one day had 5 Blue Funnel ships tied up alongside, and just in one port in the world, and they were all over the world. But there was a Cairn there was the Perseus and the Pyrrhus, and three A-boats, all tied up in Singapore at the one time.
There was usually two homeward and two outward, and then and the Australian ships in between. Yeah, we're always it's always busy.
I mean, they don't realise, I mean, the amount of trade there was. I mean, Blue Funnel at that time had specialised ships. They carried pilgrims from Malaya and Indonesia to Jeddah. Some of the A-boats were specially built with twin-deck accommodation for pilgrims, and they had when we first joined, they had the old Tiberius, which is a passenger ship, which was purely employed on the pilgrim trade.